Hello, my name is Yusuf Okunlola, and I'll be walking you through the 30 days of SQL journey. This first session, we'll be taking a look at how to create a GitHub repo, that is repository for the project. So here's my repository for the challenge, as you can see on my screen here. So the 30 days SQL challenge, the timeline, resources, installation steps, as well as the learning tracker, which is being updated daily. Okay, so now going forward, first thing you need to do first is you need to create a GitHub account. So you can go to github.com, you just go through the registration process, and it's that really easier. Okay, so moving forward, I'll be creating a duplicate of this repository to show you how I created this README file, which contains a description about the project. So I'm going to click on the plus button here and say I want to create a new repository. Okay, so right, let me just open it in a new tab so we can always come over to the other one for checks. All right, so what's the name you want to give the repository? So let me just say duplicate of say 30 days SQL challenge. Okay, so you said the name is available. All right, so it's gonna be a public repository, so anyone on the internet can see it, and I can choose who can commit. So I'll be initializing it with a README file. Okay, then you can decide to leave this. You can decide to read more about licenses, to check the license you want to select. Then I will hit create repository. All right, so would have a new repository in a second. All right, so here's the repository now. Next is we need to start creating content. So this is the readme file, so I'll just click on this pen button here to edit the repository. All right, so once it comes up, so for the readme file, it's written in the Markdown format, so you can go online and see, check out the syntax for the Markdown file. All right, so now you'll notice the first thing we saw there was 30 days SQL challenge. So this is header 1. When you have your single H, that is header 1. So we can say this repository contains the files for my 30 days SQL challenge. So you might just decide to edit it based on your preference. Okay, so I want to create heading 2. Okay, so double hash means heading 2. So let me say resources. Okay, then I'm going to have a unnumbered list. Okay, that is with an hyphen. So the resources I used created on the other one was, I said the jig for jigs roadmap. Okay, so all right, so for this right now in Markdown, we are going to embed the link just as we have in my initial repository. So to embed the link, so this is the 30 days of SQL. All you just need to do is copy the link. Okay, then you do Control C. That is copy. Then for this right now, you can highlight. Then you have you can highlight it. Okay, then you do paste. Control V. Ensure it's in this format. Okay, All right, so I can say the Postgres SQL, as I'll be using the Postgres SQL. So if you want to do it manually, ensure you have the square brackets, then you have the curly braces. Then you can come here to copy the link again. Then you place it in the bracket here. So let's preview what we've done so far. So let's see how it's going to be rendered when you visit that repository. Voila! You could see this one is much more bigger than this. Okay, that is heading 2. And then if you should highlight on this, you're going to see the embedded link beneath. Okay, so that's the embedded link. Let's push forward and see. Aside from that, what was the next thing I wrote? Okay, say my contact, right? Contact. I said you can contact me via LinkedIn. Okay, so to do that, all you just need to do is ensure you have it in this format, embed your link. Okay, so https://linkedin.com/in/Yusuf Okunlola. All right, so that's my LinkedIn account. So now let's go towards the learning log now, where I created a table, learning log. So I had 4 columns. Okay, so to create a table in Markdown, you need to have this pipe, then you have this, then you have say the concept for our, that's column 2. You notice that each column is being embedded in between the pipe. Okay, so I can say LinkedIn now. So if you'll be creating for Twitter, Instagram, or any platform you want, you can have multiple columns as well. So for this now, we want to ensure that it's the first header. Okay, so notwithstanding, you can have it this way. Okay, so everything will be falling in place. All right. Okay, so you can just decide to copy this line 12. All right, then you paste, then you paste again. So this replace with day 1, replace with day 2. Say can say for day 1 you learned about introduction to SQL. Day 2 you did installation of applications. So for this link right now, let me just copy what I have here and just paste. Okay, I'll delete this as well. Okay, so that means it's gonna be your daily post that you're gonna be putting on this link. So let's preview, let's see what we have. Okay, so you can see now that we have a table. Okay, we now have a table. So once you click over on this hyperlink, you can see the link towards your lower left hand corner, and then we are good to go. So that's how to create your GitHub repository, the README file. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to commit the changes we made. So it's requesting that, oh, what's your commit message? Okay, so this will help you to remember from time to time. So you can just say initial commit. So your message might be different. So you might just say this is the first update made to the file. Okay, and I decide to have as much uh, as much as a possible description therein. Then it says commit directly to the main branch. So I just click on the commit changes. Then once we visit, come here, click on 30 days SQL. Okay. All right. So you can see here that on the main page now, if I click on the main page, you're going to see what you have here. Okay. So this is how to create a repository. All right. So how do you go about adding your files to your repo? Okay. You know, here's the original repository. I have my data sets. Day 1 to see day 6, day 7 to 12, these SQL files here. So how do you do that? All you need to do is just come to this add file. Okay, then you click on upload files. So once you click on upload, then it will display a pop-up to display this window. Then you can choose to drag or you select the files from your computer. Then you as well add the commit message, this data set import or what have you. Then you click on commit changes. Okay, so that is how to go about creating your repository as well as your readme file. Okay, so in case you have any question, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn or Twitter. Thank you so much.